Focus lesson number 9, hyperbole. In the first question, you're asked to find 2 examples of hyperbole from the essay that you're expected to read for this lesson. One of the examples should come from the narrator, and the other example should come from the salesman. In paragraph 2, the author describes Klimt's gold tooth that caught the sun, blinding everyone within a 10-foot radius. This is a hyperbole. This is a hyperbole because even if a tooth is shiny, it can't blind people 10 feet away. It's an exaggeration. In paragraph 3, the author describes the booming voice of his that could be heard halfway to Boise. A voice cannot carry into a neighboring town. In paragraph 6, Klimt speaks of his potion as the medicine of the ages and a drink fit for the gods. When fed to animals, it will result in eggs the size of armadillos and pigs as big as bulls. All of these statements are clearly exaggerations, which means that they are great examples of hyperbole. Question number 2 is asking you why you think the author uses hyperbole in these examples. And what does the use of hyperbole add to this story? The narrator uses hyperbole when describing Professor Klimt to poke fun at him. The exaggeration is sarcastic. Professor Klimt uses hyperbole to describe the medicine he's trying to sell in order to impress the people listening and to persuade them to buy the product. By having both of these characters employ the technique of hyperbole, the author creates a sense of competition and tension in the story between the narrator and Klimt. On a more general level, the hyperbole makes the story vivid and dramatic. Essentially, using hyperbole makes this story more interesting. The third question wants you to imagine that you are an advertising executive that is inventing an ad campaign for a product. You should think of a product and then create 2 phrases describing the product using hyperbole. So, in this answer, you are encouraged to brainstorm. Come up with as many ideas as you can. Remember, your phrases need to be an exaggeration. They need to stretch the truth a little. Try and think of hyperbole expressions that you might already know. For example, the greatest show on earth is an exaggeration. You can also try and discuss with a classmate the difference between false advertising and hyperbolic claims. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher for clarification.